I have not tried anything else besides Dasabri and Ocrevus, besides the fact that when I first saw that neurologist, she gave me 4 different things that I needed to focus on. So there is exercise, there is eating right and healthy, there was sleep is important, and there was stress less. That was kind of funny to me. It's just got to figure out, do meditation, whatever it is that helps stress less. Still working on that. But I am blessed with, having had where I've been on Ocrevus and doing what I can of those 4 things. I have been in remission for years, and that's been quite nice. But it doesn't mean I don't still have symptoms pop up. They still happen. I remember it was just last year, right before I got married. My husband and I, well, he was my fiance at the time, we were walking around the block and then back towards his house. And that's when the jello legs struck. And so he literally gave me a piggyback ride for 5 solid minutes before I kind of told him to put me down and just walk really slow with me. Again, stressful stuff like, getting married, that's kind of a trigger. But I am grateful that the symptoms don't happen as much and I can kind of take care of myself and see like I have this much of energy allocated for the day, which means I can't go that much. So I can't overdo it or else I'm going to risk having the symptoms kind of flare or recur at an astronomical rate. And it's just kind of had me down for the count for a little bit. I really think it's funny just kind of having people want to tell them I have MS. Because I'm not afraid to say that I have MS. And them looking at me being like, looking up, down. You don't look like you have MS. What's that supposed to look like? They're just thinking of like the most extreme, which I've seen. I've seen it. I honestly do think that the advancements of studies with MS is going to have it where there is a cure for MS sometime in our lifetime. And I will strongly stick by that. Because that's the only way I can go. So just journeying, let's see, diagnosed in 2018. First neurologist said that I had it for a while. She thinks that it started back in 2017. I have had it where I had to fight to be on treatment. Insurance is funny because you fight to get on the certain treatment and then they fight because it's expensive. And then when you get to a point in time that you don't really like the effects that the treatment's doing for you and you want to have something that is not as frequent and overall is cheaper in the long run, and you suggest that you want to switch to the thing that's cheaper in the long run, that insurance company went, yeah, absolutely, I'll do that. So it was not a fight to get on that. I'm just like, interesting. But advocating for oneself is something that I've learned to do. Being able to look at the pros and cons of what treatments are doing for me. Being the fact that I don't want to be on a heck of a lot of medications for the rest of my life. Doing what I can to get the symptoms to go down naturally, not just popping pills all the time. I finally got down to the only treatments that I have, medication-wise, is Ocrevus every 6 months, vitamins, and like a migraine pill whenever I need it, which is not always, but it does happen. I love the fact that with this treatment, with this diagnosis, and having the good days, having the bad days, starting to feel like I'm going to treat every day like it's my last. So I'm going to make the best out of it. So you never know. The good days for me is the days that the sunshine is out, that I can walk, that I can get around, that I can meet up with friends, no problem, do the duties that I'd like to do and the duties that I need to do, but I don't really like to do. Um, Simple things like being able to clean my house, watch after my dog, be able to be a mom. Um, I have a 4 year old stepdaughter um, that we're going to be having the blessing of having her for the summer. So prayers that I get through that. We'll see. I know other people that have kids that have MS and are kind of telling me like advocate a lot your time, your energy. Just make sure that you give them like, okay, so this is I can do this or I can do that. Which would you like? I can only do one. If they ask, I would recommend they're a good friend of mine who also has MS. And she's an author. She wrote this child's book called Some Days. Um, it's a really good read. I'd recommend it because it's a good way to explain it to kids what's going on. And just having a good sense of humor is a great way to get through life. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of it, you can see the full clip below. Also, please go to a merchandise store to help support our channel so I can get you more content like this. Like and subscribe. Thanks.